In today's video, I want to talk to you about my run and gun R5C rig build out. Now, if you haven't played with the Canon R5C yet, it's an amazing camera, especially for shooters like me who are hybrid. I do a lot of photo work, I do a whole lot of video work, probably about the same amount on both sides, but this video system is just amazing because it's the cinema level. And so with the cinema level video, I wanted to make sure I built out a rig that fit the R5C well, but was quick to take parts off to become a photo camera for those shoots that I just shoot photos on. So with that being said, let's run through what I have here on this Canon R5C rig. As you can see, I've got the small rig cage on it. It's more of a hybrid. It's this is the R5 and R6 cage, and the original handle that came with that I took off and purchased. This is like the handle off the Black Mamba R5C small rig mount, but it's the RE handle, and I wanted that specifically for this build out because I like the grip, I like the handle. Of course, these smaller cages are all interchangeable and you can move them and customize them and all that stuff, but I've got that small rig cage and handle, and I really like it. It's come in handy a ton, and I enjoy using this for run and gun videography, and even keep the body cage on minus the handle for photo shoots because it's lightweight and just easy to use. And so yeah, I like it a lot. I'm sure a lot of you guys have used it. It's a great system, so I'm sure I'll eventually change the handle or something else down the road. I really do like the Black Mamba cage. The main reason is where the hot shoe mount is located on that specific cage, kind of angled here off to the side, whereas the hot shoe mount for this specific body cage is on the left side of the handle, and I don't love that, but we'll see. It works well now. We're always upgrading, right? So that's the cage. The second thing is the Adamus Shinobi monitor, and I got this monitor recently. I like it a whole lot. A couple of reasons. It's amazing quality. It's you know, you're able to import LUTs into it. It's got the battery centered here on the back of the actual body of the monitor, so it's not weighted to one side like the Ninja or anything like that is. But I chose the Shinobi because it's the same exact quality as the Ninja, minus the fact that you can't record internally into the monitor, which I didn't need because the R5C, I mean, if you don't know, 8K internal recording is pretty, ridiculous. I have yet to use 8K because I just haven't needed to. 4K is kind of a sweet spot because you have down-sampled quality from that 8K sensor, and it's just gorgeous. It looks amazing. So with that said, I really do like how this turned out, especially with this monitor. You've got one HDMI input in, you got a headphone, and then on this side you got the room for the SD card, and then for a remote, as well as some more mounting options on the top if you wanted. But great monitor. Got a great deal on it recently, so definitely check out the Shinobi if you don't already have a Ninja or something like that, and you're trying to rig out your R5C. Great monitor, and it's lightweight. Next thing is the power source for all of everything you see here is this FX Lion Nano 1 battery. I'm sure you've seen these around. Pretty amazing battery, very impressive for the size of it. Can fit in the palm of my hand. It's built with a USB-C, USB-A, and a micro USB for inputs and outputs, and it's even got, you know, your monitoring on the side for your level of battery, and right there on the ring you can kind of see little 4 LED dots to show your battery level, and it also has the screen for all that as well, including voltage and all the information that you would need. And this thing can power my camera, it can power my monitor, and whatever else I really want to throw at it. Yeah, you're limited to 2 to 3 inputs. I didn't want to just put one of those massive V-mount batteries on here just because I'm trying to keep this as a run and gun size. You can always upgrade. They make one slightly bigger than this, probably about, I don't know, probably double the size of it. That's more battery, lasts longer. This gives me about 4 hours, maybe 5 hours of constant footage, which is pretty amazing for a shoot. So the FX Lion Nano 1 is amazing because I can pack it away in my bag, go on a flight, and just know it's going to be reliable, and it's going to, you know, provide great power for all my stuff, and I can trust it because it works well with the R5C. After that, we've got the Rode Video Mic NTG, which you can see here on the camera. Probably honestly one of my favorite mics. Sounds incredible, fully customizable and adjustable with the dial and other things like that. I know they came out with another mic or two since, but this is a phenomenal mic. Looks great, small, all that stuff. What I mentioned before is I don't love this mounting location as much because it's right here by my hand grip. It hasn't caused an issue, but I would love to get the Black Mamba cage where you can mount the mic here. So the placement will be off to the side and I wouldn't have to think about touching it when it's on the cage. So I may do that down the road, but as for now, it works great, especially with the ride coat, you know, shoe mount that's on the microphone. It just absorbs a lot of that shock of me hitting the mic and things like that. But I like to use external audio recording wirelessly or something with the Rode video mic go, or what's it called, the Rode, you know what I'm talking about, the Rode Goes. They're great and they mount on there very easily, and I can clip those things on for an interview or tie this mic into that system and send it in. It's great. So if you haven't checked out this mic, definitely do that. The next thing would be this small rig HDMI and USB-C clamp right here on the side, just a little adapter to clamp in those cables, because for some reason the way they build those inputs and outputs are always kind of finicky with the cabling. So instead of, you know, someone pulling it or yanking it, these clamps just kind of screw in and hold them to the camera body, which is just some nice security to have, especially when your camera is, you know, moving around for the run and gun stuff. So on to the next one, we have the Condor Blue 4K HDMI cable that's coiled. I got really sick and tired of the long cables. I had to coil up myself, so I just, you know, paid like 25 bucks for this cable. Great cable, 4K, great quality, and it's the perfect size. Gerald and Dunn, this is his cable, and he calls it the Condor Blue. They come in different colors, blue, purple, black. Got a black one on the way as well. And yeah, they serve a great purpose, and they're a great size for location mounting for your monitors and all that stuff. So yeah, on to the next thing. I have the small rig RE monitor mount. So this monitor is actually mounted on this little clamp up here that ties into the RE mount on the handle. And it's nice because this monitor, especially with its small rig system, can swivel, it can tilt, and it's all by force. I can adjust it on the fly when I want to, when I need to change the angle. If I want to flip it around to show a client, or if I want to flip it around while it's on a tripod and I want to see the monitor, it's very easy to do. I don't have to undo a bunch of stuff, and it just makes sense for me with its versatility. So with that being said, this is my R5C rig. I also have these little tags on here, anchors, or what they're called by Peak Design, both on the camera body and the small rig cage in case I decide to put a strap on it or something like that. I just keep them there, and it helps when I'm, you know, needing to rearrange a set or do something with both of my hands versus hold on to this and not have a strap around. So those come in handy when I need them. But yeah, this is a great setup. I'm using the 15-35 on here, but also have the 70-200 and the 28-70, which is honestly probably my favorite lens. It's just massive. I mean, look at the comparison between the 15-35 and the 28-70, especially when you take this lens and you make it an external zoom. It's, I mean, you're talking about like a Yeti cup full of coffee kind of weight. It's heavy, but man, is it beautiful, crisp quality. So if you haven't checked out this lens, try to. It's still back ordered, but man, I'm glad I got these. Pro tip: you can always rent from a company that allows you to purchase it after the rental. That's what I did with this lens. Rented it from Lens Rentals and loved it so much that I purchased it for honestly more than the retail price. But I'm glad I did, because here we are 2-3 years later since its release, and it is still back ordered, which is nuts. But that being said, it fits on this camera rig pretty well, but I like the 15-35 because it's a little bit lighter and I get those wide angle great shots. And if you're wondering what this is a little step up ring I use for my 15-35 for my variable ND filters. I've got the Peter McKinnon version 2 mist filter, and I had to get it that matched the size of this 95mm thread. So I bought step up rings for the 70-200 and the 15-35, so I didn't have to buy 3 different ND filters and carry those with me. I have one, and I screw them on these, and it adds extra protection for the lens and the body of the lens. So with that being said, this is my run and gun R5C camera rig built out. I hope you liked it, and if you did, smash that like button and check out the next video or some videos behind. Appreciate you jumping into my channel, and we'll see you next time.